thing itself, not the slider, the button itself
no,
a few times.
So it comes up mobile April 25th, and then use Fantasy Plus now on desktop, and it just does not let me click anything.
Well, okay, then I don't know anymore.
Yeah, let me take a screenshot. It's just doing this shit.
I'm just getting a blank screen, but I've been having internet struggles recently, so I don't know if that's me or not me.
Yeah, no, that's not. Yeah, it's not working for me either.
Alright, my bad.
I'll
go fuck myself.
Yeah.
I'll go fuck
Yeah,
myself.
calm down, Chester. Calm down, Chester.
Yeah, it's not that big a deal.
Calm down.
Wow.
Fucking.
What's the...
Oh, hi chat! Hi chat!
Hello chat, hello chat, hello chat.
You don't need to, what the fuck? Ooh.
And there's my 7 again.
Hold on.
When?
If I do
Hang on,
this,
I'm
I do
gonna-
this. If I do this, I do this, I do this. Alright, we got it. We got the spike chain, baby.
Winner.
Yes. I basically just took an infused whip and I just renamed it and then changed the damage dice around.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm a gamer.
There is... What's it called?
Lads, I think.
There, I will add, which I'll get to it later, but I will add a little extra thing to it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I think they can hear me. They can hear me now. Hey! Almost a little too loud, actually.
No, I just want you to know I was gonna go to switch my dice back to my green, right? Except there was a button that was like switch to random dice, and I'm like, let's do it. So I switched to the random dice. It gives me the green set that I always use for Crackletooth. Something is here for me today.
Love that.
It's dead.
Why is my phone going on? Oh, it's lack of love time. Thanks for reminding me, Samsung Z Flip 6.
Oh yeah? Is that a type of phone?
that's yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I checked the stream. You are coming through, Durst. So.
Yippee! Oh, that's fine. I love it when my mouse don't work. There we go. All good. Okay. Would somebody like to give me a recap of last session? I wish that my thing could be further away.
If no one else wants to, I will smile.
I did last time. So.
Yeah, and you also have inspiration. Okay, I'll do
it.
I got a wand after I tried using it.
Fucking Crackletooth, I've done something terrible. Hold on, I need to fix. You can continue as is. I just need to change the overlay. Crackletooth is getting fucking squished by my thing.
It's so funny. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, in the last session, we picked up where we left off, with Dearman, surrounding the caravan with green fire. That can only mean good things. It's definitely not a sign of demon fire. And basically, pitting himself against the entire caravan. Thankfully, he was stupid enough to do it himself. He didn't bring any backup, but he was still one of the biggest pains in my ass. Teleporting all around the place. I hated him. I had some help from Igder and Birdie as well, both of whom got a little bit injured in the fighting, but thankfully no deaths on our pod. One death on his, though. He's dead as hell. He's not coming back. He's been charred. He's been burnt. Right? He's gone. He shouldn't come back. Touch wood, But in the midst of all of that, we made the terrible, terrible realization that there is some sort of a underlying magic that has been put on Crackletooth by Gammon and or Thogloth to potentially control her actions. And that's not amazing. That's not great. However, thanks to a little bit of what I'm going to delude myself into thinking is sympathy from Thogloth, he was just like, yeah, I'm not going to make you fight her. That's fine. I'll send her away. Kill this guy. He sucks.
It definitely wasn't delusion.
Well, I am delusional, but no. Yeah. So basically, we killed the man. I robbed him of his gold and his spike chain. Not his gambler dice. We're not fucking touching those. And yeah, now we're hopefully waiting for Craggletooth to return. Craggletooth, come home. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Take an inspiration. And so we will start with, very simply put, a bit of a description. As we move back in
Get rid of
time.
my inspiration. I forgot to get rid of that.
Oh yeah. We go back in time a little bit. Get you, Dust, when I get you. The fight is still going on for a moment. Craggletooth bolts it into the sky and freezes, and it's going to be entirely from your perspective. Craggletooth, you sort of stop in your tracks, you turn around, you grab your arm to try and stop it from moving, but you can't. As you prepare, most likely a Scorching Ray or some similar spell pointed towards Kovak. Kovak will look up and then past you, will not say anything aloud, and then suddenly you will feel this restraint on you give in, and you'll sort of stutter for a moment in the air, stunned, and then you fly away. And as the battle ensues behind you, you will fly and fly until your boots give out, and you find a small little cave to sit in. Just a little indentation in the mountain wall, maybe 5 feet deep. Just enough so that the snow isn't directly hitting your face. You are alone right now. And I suppose I will leave up to you. What are you doing?
She'll like go into the indentation and sit with her back pressed against the wall. And she's quiet for a fair moment, just kind of sitting and shivering for a moment, and then after 2 or 3 minutes pass, then the shock kind of wears away, and that's when she starts to cry. And she's switches between rubbing the wrist of the hand that was pointing towards Kovak, or going up to kind of wrap around her neck. Trying to reassure herself that she's in control right now. And that she's not in danger.
And you will just kind of be there for a while. I don't think... I'm trying to think if anything happens. I think you're just there. I think you're just crying. For a very long time. There is this fear in the back of your mind that Thogloth is going to show up and he's going to try and talk to you, that Dareman is somehow going to catch up to you, that some visage of your angry sister will show up. But nothing does. Eventually, you are exhausted. You are drained energy-wise. You are tired. The cold is beginning to seep in. The tips of your fingers and toes are going numb. And then you will see the shadow of a direwolf outside of the cave.
I think instinctually she tenses up because throughout her life, wolf equals danger. But after recognizing it, then her shoulders kind of sag again, and the tears that had dried up for a moment start to fall, and she just kind of scoots over a little bit in the cave, so that if Waylon wanted, then he could kind of slide in. Also, he's big and furry, so that's a little bit more warmth.
Mhm.
But if he approaches, then she'll kind of like give him a little scratch or so.
Mhm. He will look curiously at you, and then he will just sort of move forward and nuzzle you slightly. You can feel the slight wetness of his nose for a moment. And he will just sort of kind of cover you just for a second to warm you up. And then we'll sort of lay down, motioning, like, for you to get on his back.
She hesitates with that because up until now she's kind of been thinking about what has happened, what kind of processing what everything that will happen, and kind of looking not to the immediate future but kind of past that, sort of ignoring the whole part of go back to Caravan and talk with everyone, because at this point she can assume, based on the fact that Foylin is here, that they sent Foylin out for her. But she doesn't know all what ended up happening with that, and she's worried and a little scared to go back as well. And so I think she'll probably wait until her tears stop, and then wait for quite a bit of time after that as well, until she can get herself together and kind of come up with some sort of game plan on what she might say, what she might do, before she eventually hops onto Foylin's back.
Mm-hmm. And you will. Foylin will immediately take off. Foylin, thankfully, is a direwolf, so you just kind of nuzzle into him. And you're able to keep warm, even moving as fast as you are. And eventually, maybe after 10, 20 minutes, I'll drag you two back on the map. You see the caravan in the distance. The horses are down on the ground. I think the most unrealistic thing is that these horses I didn't describe freaking out. They were. The horses are laying down on the ground, sort of calmed by the scribe, who's just tending to them, making sure they're okay. They each have like a large blanket over them. And there's probably actually, because you guys are going to stay here tonight, let me go ahead and add just a little thingy thing.
Okay.
A thingy thing?
Just a little thingy thing. Wow, it showed up immediately. Thank you for that. There's a little campfire.
Oh.
Wonderful.
Beautiful.
I wonder who it's on top of. Don't worry about that. Don't think about that too much. Don't think about what we're using as. Don't think about who we're using as fuel. Just don't think too much about that.
Cargill just sees a dead guy in the middle of the fire pit.
I actually, well, actually, what's it called? I think that you guys moved the caravan, if I remember correctly. That blood shouldn't be there. I wish I could get rid of it, but I can't.
I mean, Demon actually realistically died like right there, so you know,
yeah,
a decent bit away from the fire at least.
Mm-hmm. And Foylin will approach with seemingly no one on his back, and then whenever you would like Craggletooth, you emerge from beneath the fur.
I think it's probably about like right here or so, but when she gets close enough, her ears, of course, perk up, and then you see something that looks like a very cold goblin head emerge from the fur.
And Cass is gonna like quickly like jog over because when they see Foilin and don't see Craggletooth, they're about to like panic. But whenever they see Craggletooth, there's just like an instant look of like relief on their face.
Yeah, and I think conversely, it's not like the panic is initially kind of there, but it's sort of immediately quelled by the fact that Kovak knows that if Waylon, has bad news, he'd probably sort of know that by now with the link that they have. So he actually seems very chill, all things considered, and he is because he's assuming that there's probably just something that he doesn't know just yet, and he's absolutely correct because there she is. There's Craggletooth. Yippee!
The little guy.
Friend.
She will look to Cassian as he approaches with her ears kind of close to her head, partially for warmth, partially for wariness on what they'll say, but she doesn't, for once in her life, she does not speak first.
Ugh. They'll get over to her and they'll like pat like Foilin, like on his neck, like on the side of his neck as they just like step over. I'm staring at you. They will look concerned. She's definitely seen the expression on them before, but there's like a bit of like panic that they're like trying to hide, and they're looking her over and they're sort of like hovering a hand near her. Are you okay? He didn't hurt you, did he?
Well, I'm a little cold. And you can kind of see that as she's like popped up from the fur, she's like shivering a little bit with her sleeveless shirt, and her ears are unfortunately great for hot weather, but not very good for cold weather. So a little chilly.
Says in white kobold.
White
They're
kobold.
gonna you can like gesture to like the fire that has been made and just be like, okay, come over here. You can hopefully warm up from the fire over here.
I was gonna say, like, Koak would also just, and Noah, like, hearing that very distantly, sort of distantly, would just command Footland to just get closer to the fire. Obviously, a safe distance, but into the fire.
Into the fire. We throw
Into
both of
the
them in.
fire.
I'm joking.
Well,
Yeah. And I think as they approach, I don't know if Craggletooth's going to look over at Kovac, but if she ever does bubble, I kind of want I want her to know that Kovac is looking at her in a way that is exceedingly neutral. And I think if he manages to make eye contact, he's going to nod to a charred corpse that's just there, like a bit away from the fire.
Isn't that cool?
I think
Isn't that cool? Is fucking crazy.
Calm down there. Calm down there, one-liner. Calm down there.
Cass is gonna just like pat Craggletooth on the shoulder real quick, tell her that they'll be right back, and they're gonna like run inside to grab a blanket for her.
she'll tense at the touch, but she'll kind of like slide off of Foilin and crouch by the fire to kind of like warm up. I think much like in the conversation previously, she's really the fire is so interesting, and I think she's kind of avoiding most eye contact, although she can feel the eyes on her, but she's just kind of waiting to see what the others do, given that she doesn't feel that she doesn't want to say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing to make things worse.
What's Cassian up to?
They're just gonna drape the blanket around Craggletooth.
She will
probably like a spare blanket from one of the bedrooms, maybe.
She will wrap it up and kind of shoot Cassian a smile before looking back to the fire.
Oh yeah, Cass smiles back and then, takes a wee step back.
I think Kovak's also going to crouch down by the fire. Put his hands out a little bit, and when he puts his hands out to sort of like warm his gauntlets a little bit, Crackletooth might be able to recognize that there is a familiar-looking chain that is now wrapped around Kovak's very protected arm, sort of like it was on its previous occupant. If she would at all know about that, but otherwise, I think. Sorry, you were gonna say something?
Yeah,
She would know? Okay.
she would. She'll glance up as Kovak sits down, and then seeing the chain, her eyes will linger on that, and she'll kind of glance around, and her eyes will fall onto the corpse, and she'll smirk a little bit, and then kind of like let it fall off her face a little bit, but there's a little bit of a smirk there.
I think he'll probably clock that. And yeah, he looks pretty. I mentioned it last session, and it's still very, very poignant now. He's very content with everything that's happened, most of it at least. But he's content with the outcome. But I think if Crackletooth doesn't say anything, he'll let the silence just linger for a little as he sits there, and eventually, if she doesn't break the silence first, he'll probably ask her, "Would you like to talk about it now or later?"
She kind of flicks an ear and glances up to him, and then looks back to the fire and kind of sighs a little bit. Guess now would be better to get it over with.
Just want to do whatever you're most comfortable with.
She kind of snorts at that a little bit, but she shakes her head. Either one.
Okay. And he sort of just like sort of adjusts his crouch a little, so it's more of like a little more comfortable, because he'll probably be like that for a little bit. And he doesn't really want to sit in the snow. Something about it. I was gonna say something about the snow being cold. I don't know, but he's going to sort of glance sidelong to the corpse and say, "He can't hurt you anymore." But you obviously saw that.
She kind of inclines her head and goes, "That was never really me I was worried about."
Was it your family that you were worried about?
She'll glance up to him at that, and she'll nod. And a finger and a hand will go into her pocket, but it'll just stay there for a moment.
Yeah, I think he'll meet her nod, and sort of continue to warm his gauntlets a little. When I ran into him, because obviously I was chasing him here, I ran into him in Newport. Belligerent, very, very drunk, off his face. So much so that he didn't know who he was talking to until I tried to kill him. But either way, he mentioned in his state that he was around on business. He was upset with somebody who was unable to kill a certain other person. A lot of things mentioned were very familiar. It was a case of 2 and 2 together. I'm not good at math, but I kind of figured. Okay, you didn't. Okay, I'm going to. We're going to brush past that.
I didn't say anything.
Shut up. No, but and then he's going to turn his eyes towards her own and sort of meet them, even if she's not looking back. He's still going to look in them. He mentioned to me in that state, completely shit-faced, that to some extent he was bluffing with his threats with you and your family.
And at that, she'll look up and meet his eyes. And you can see there's a fair amount of disbelief. Not necessarily not necessarily believing that Kovak's lying, just not believing that that quote most of them were bluffs. She'll open her mouth to say something and then pause, and then she'll look at Kovak and say, "What exactly did he say?"
He said that there was agreement, I suppose, that initially you would work for him and, you know, help out, and in return I'd help out your family, and obviously you and I both know that he is a very manipulative man. Very decent liar, actually. But he mentioned that, yes, he'd initially had that sort of a bargaining chip, but he somewhere along the way has lost it. I wasn't able to gauge when, and I didn't.
Would have been within the past few days, I guess.
Maybe, but
no, it would have been. That would have to be recent.
So he doesn't have your family anymore?
I was gonna say, he kind of looks at Krageltooth a little bit and is like, how can you be so? How can you be so sure? I'm not interrogating you. I'm genuinely curious.
And she pauses for a moment, and then you'll see her take something from her pocket, and a small something wrapped in a small little in some fabric will kind of land on the snow next to Kovak.
What is it, Bubble?
Oh, it's your finger.
You
It's the finger.
motherfucker. Is it like shown?
It's like wrapped up. So,
Yeah.
but it's about finger shaped.
When you toss it to the snow, it will unfurl slightly, not enough to actually see the finger, but the ring on the finger.
Oh man.
And he kind of, you know, reaches a hand over to sort of move the cloth out of the way. And there is just a solemn pause. He's staring at it.
Got that on the sip. Heading over to the aisles. So it's my sister's. It'd have to be recent.
Then he refurls. That's not. Is that a word? Who knows? Rewraps it. Yes, and picks it up and. I don't know if he offers it back to Krageltooth, but he's just gonna hold it sort of like in his hand. If she motions for it, he'll obviously, you know.
I think she'll take it. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
She'll take it back and tuck it back in her pocket.
Yeah, but he's also going to say the important thing, though, I think, is that he's lost whatever advantage he had there, and I seen that, and he nods to the ref. Doubly killed this motherfucker, but it was brought up actually when you were being puppeteered by him, and I think he sort of just takes a moment. Kind of trails off in his own thoughts a little before he snaps himself back in, and it's just sorry. When that was happening, I had a familiar little voice in my head asking me why we were fighting. No, I was here. And I told Thogloff that the reason that I was here was to push my advantage because Derman told me everything, that he'd lost that advantage. And Thogloff did not seem very happy with it. That is why we were able to kill him, I think. Because otherwise I'm more than sure he would have intervened in another. But whenever it may have happened, hopefully it means that most, if not all, of your family is out of there. And if they aren't,
I could
we'll
try
get them.
contacting them.
If they aren't out, we'll get them out. I'll
Pass them
get
on.
them out with you. I'm not going to speak for the other three, but I will help you, if no one else.
Cass is gonna like give like Kovac a sort of look, like a sort of like raised brow, and then they're just gonna like shake their head a little bit, but it's like good natured, and then they're gonna look to Crackletooth. We will help. We'll get them back.
Thank you. I had honestly, I didn't know they were in really any danger until we ran into the cave in Sudal. Coincidentally, that was also about the time that I got told to she kind of pauses and glances to Kovac, try and kill you.
I think there's a sort of moment where he's deep in thought, thinking of the timeline from when they were in that cave in Sudal towards now. How many pristine, picture-perfect opportunities she had to execute him and didn't do it. I think there's a really solid appreciation for Craggletooth's crisis in that moment. But yeah, I mean, he's still gonna onboard whatever Craggletooth has to say, because it was initially he thought of their fight, or the fight that he was fighting as his own, but evidently now maybe he's not completely on his own. Maybe.
She'll I think she'll kind of continue and flick an ear and like lean closer to the fire to kind of give herself something to do while she's talking. But she'll kind of continue and say, and it wasn't really, she does like little air quotes, helping out. It was more we picked the wrong fight, and it was more I offered to go with them so that they'd leave the rest of everyone alone, which evidently they did not. And she kind of like shoots a glare towards the corpse over there, and you can probably see that she's thinking about shooting off a fireball or like something towards it, but for the time being she doesn't do that.
Justified pressure.
Absolutely, that's what I think.
Do you have any idea where your family could have gone?
She shakes her head a little bit. I didn't know where they were before, and so at this point she laughs, but it's more of like a nervous laughter. She kind of shrugs a shoulder. I don't really I'm not exactly the person who's most in the loop with that sort of thing, you know.
Hmm. Well, if they're your family, I can be quite positive that they're quite smart and capable. So I'm sure that we'll be able to find them.
She'll nod.
It's um, it may sound a little weird to say, but it might not be too difficult to hear about goblins. There's not too many of them in Falana, as I understand. I could be wrong, but
You could be wrong, Kovac. You could be wrong. She says, looking at him with her, distinct goblin everything, grubby, etc.
I'm stupid. I'm not ignorant.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Kasai looks away.
And Kovac just sort of like it takes a
Freckle
moment, stares in the
I-
midsection,
they're
and
looking over there.
yeah, he stares into the middle distance, and then you just hear the spike chain around his wrists slack a little, like it makes the rustling sound as if he's readying to hit something with it. And then he immediately like retwirls around his arm because obviously he's not gonna fucking do that.
Okay, right, hold
But
on.
well,
They don't give much of a reaction when they hear the chain.
that's so funny. But
I think Craggletooth will tense slightly as she hears the chain, though.
but he's gonna sort of shrug and then say, regardless, I'm sure we can find them. Almost sure, because it helps that you probably know a lot of places that they would have been comfortable in. So they may not be in those specific places, but places similar to it could be.
They're scrappy, though. I'm less worried about them if they're not, with everyone else. Yeah.
Mhm.
But I don't know. And she'll kind of like bring her legs up to her torso and kind of like hug them for warmth, but there's a little bit there's a notion that maybe it's not completely for warmth, but she's definitely using that. If anybody asked it, she'd be saying it as an excuse.
I was gonna crab walk and take like one step in this direction, just sort of gauging if Crocodile's going to flinch if he gets too close. Does she?
She won't flinch, but she will tense.
It's not great, but it's better than the alternative. It's a little bit so. And sort of just looks at Foylan for a little. He's very, very proud of his big dog for finding Gravetooth, because it's no small feat, that. But you'll look at Gravetooth. If you're worried that I'm upset, you're worried that but he kind of trails off. If you're worried, it's easier said than it is done, but please understand that I am upset not with you. I am upset with Dermin Dobloth for my obvious reasons, but doubly now more so that I'm aware that they were using your own family against you and forcing you into a terrible situation.
I think she'll flick an ear at that, but won't say anything until the silence lingers for a bit longer, if Kovac does let the silence linger.
Yeah, I think it will.
At that point, then I think what she'll she'll still be staring at the fire. She's not gonna really not really glance at Kovac, although one ear is turned towards him noticeably, to where if he were to like do anything, you can kind of tell she's on edge, and if anything were to happen, she would be ready to, book it again. But she'll kind of shift and say, I'm sorry about, trying to kill you.
And I think it's going to be like a very, very dry sort of a chuckle. And yeah, sort of a nod. I do forgive you. I should say that flat out. But Kraggletooth, I think you and I both know that you were not really trying to kill me, because between you and me, if you wanted me to die, I absolutely would have. I mean this with no...
She starts to protest, but then she pauses, and she kind of at that she'll glance up to Kovac and offer a crooked smile, kind of like a ooh, like when you breathe in with a smile. It's like a yeah.
I mean this in the nicest way possible. I mean this with no, ill will or anything. You were fucking terrifying. You can fly, and I've seen what you do to other things. You absolutely could have mopped the floor with me. I couldn't have done shit. So
yeah, there were a couple. There were a couple times I could have, but kind of like you or something. I don't know. Really annoying.
And for whatever it is worth, thank you for not actually trying to kill me.
She'll give him a smile at that, like an actual genuine smile.
And he's going to extend one hand out, palm upwards, not the spike chain hand, the other one, to Kraggletooth if she wants to grab it. It's very warm. The metal is heated a little.
She'll take it, I think. She'll accept it.
Yippee! He's gonna sort of glance back at the caravan, back at the other freaks on the porch.
Dinner.
He's gonna say, I think a good warm meal would be great for you. But do you want to know something that's actually a little bit crazy?
Is it crazy, or is it you?
No, it's actually crazy.
Okay. Sure.
And as he's helping to guide Kraggletooth along, I like to imagine she's holding onto his pinky finger or something.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. He's going to very pointedly whisper down to her. Amaya apologized to me.
What?
Genuinely. Yes. It's what I mean when I said crazy,
I don't believe you.
No, it happened, I promise.
I don't believe you.
I swear on Dermon's dead body, it happened.
Well, that's really easy to swear on because he didn't have a moral in his bones.
Shit, I'm not good at this. I swear on Foylan. It happened.
He barks.
Yep.
She looks over to Phelan distrustfully.
Waylon does the Borzoi look, where his nose is down and his eyes are staring directly at you.
Oh my god. Yeah. Let's get you inside there, Greg Tooth. Let's get you inside. It's time for meal time.
Not mealtime.
I think I discovered a recipe while we were in Newport that I think Craggertooth will really like.
Oh, what is it?
It's a surprise.
Is that an okay?
And Mop will
I mean, I'll eat anything, but like, okay.
Mop will start, the claying of pots and pans, getting out certain ingredients. You see a lot of you see some like the necessities for like pie crust.
Ooh, okay.
I like your funny words.
Yeah, and you can do whatever you want while I cook.
Who the fuck put my dog in the laundry?
I did.
Okay, you know what? In that case,
Dog in the laundry.
if it's you that put my dog in the laundry, I won't complain. I won't protest. But he's chilling, dude. Look at him. What?
Who put the dog in the laundry?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, because technically Dust is piloting him, so that makes sense.
Mhm.
But yeah.
I think Craggletooth will
Dog in the laundry.
climb up into a chair with her little blanket and just like become a pile of blanket with ears and a nose peeking out.
Understandable. I think Kavak is very, very... He looks at ease, which is a nice contrast to how he has been the past literally, like, week, month. Yeah, he actually looks like he's at ease for even just a moment, even just one night, but it's refreshing to have his resting face not be one that looks constantly pissed off, but to instead be one that looks actually somewhat happy for once. So, making good progress. We're making great progress.
Yippee!
Did you know that there are lights in the caravan?
Yeah.
Oh my god, for real?
What?
We can see.
Lit.
Oh,
It's
thank God.
lit.
No way.
Nice and warm looking, chat.
This shit is lit.
Oh, my eye's playing up. Sorry, give me a sec.
You're okay.
Oh,
No seconds given, actually.
no!
No, give him the seconds. Give him the
It's
seconds.
fine. No, it's fine. I'll no, I'll keep going. I'll keep going. Fuck it. Cassie's just gonna go up to Mop and just be like, "Do you need a hand with anything?"
Could you, if it's not a bother, and you could say no, and I can do it all by myself if you really want me to, but could you maybe itsy bitsy teensy put out a little bit of the plates and the forks?
Yeah, but of course, that's why I offered.
You don't have to.
I want to.
Okay. If you want to, I can't stop you. Don't look at what I'm cooking.
Right. Okay. They're gonna like hold their hand up to like cover their eyes so they don't like see. Like they're gonna cover like that direction so they don't see what Mop is doing, but they're gonna just laugh and then just help set the table.
Our guy will jump on Mop's head and like stand with like their arms and legs splayed as if trying to block your vision.
I also like to think that what Cassian was doing to like shield their eyes is also exactly what C was doing when they were complaining about I'm assuming the light or something.
Oh, my eyes. No, like my eye is like twitching. There's like something in it at the minute, and I can't get it out.
Oh.
Okay. I genuinely thought your reaction was to the lights in the caravan like a flashbang. I was like, oh no.
And yeah, once all that's done with, Mop and Argyle, they will go out to the kitchen with a pie in their hands. Big ol' oven mitts, of course. And Mop will be holding a beautiful savory pie with little actual flowers notched into the crust of the pie and nice little like roses made out of pie crust on top. But sticking out of the center, sticking out of the center of the roses are sardine heads. And she has made a stargazy pie.
I'm hungry.
Oh.
Why'd you do this?
To describe.
Absolutely. What'd you say?
Huh?
What'd you say to describe? Yeah, you.
Hey. They're just gonna sort of like tap him like on the shoulder a little bit just to like get his attention.
They will turn around and look at you.
Mop made food. Do you want to come in for a bit?
I think he'll be kind of quiet for a moment. He'll look back out. He'll say, yes. And we'll get up.
Do you want me to keep watch for a bit while you go inside?
I'm sure it'll be fine.
They're gonna nod.
Mop is just sitting there watching Craggletooth to see what her reaction is.
Craggletooth's reaction is couple things flit over her face. First off, wow, that looks good. Holy shit, you can make pretty food. Second or third, wow, that looks good. And then she'll be reaching for a sardine head. Just with her, you know, her mitts, her fingers.
You pull out a whole sardine.
It will be eaten.
There you go.
Yummy. But yeah, I mean, Kovac has manners, so he's probably gonna wait for Mop to potentially cut the pie. But man, he's hungry. He's hungry because I'm hungry. This sounds good.
There's also some mushy peas on the stove if anybody would like any.
What?
Mushy peas?
You guys haven't heard of mushy peas before?
No.
No.
What are they?
Really? So, you know peas.
Based
like
off of the
green?
sound, I would assume they're muffy peas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
no,
the wee green peas, but they're like all like mushed up and like like you do with mashed potatoes.
Kovac. Kovac looks like he's had a revelation. He's gonna pick up his plate and beeline for the stove.
Kaz is gonna just laugh and like follow him out. you see, look, like that's what they should look like, but this is what they look like now because they've been mashed up.
What the fuck?
Yeah. You seriously haven't seen them before?
No, not once. This is new. This is news to me. This is Newport. Yay! And he ladles some of it out and onto his plate.
I think Kaz is gonna cake. Is it in a pot?
Yeah, it's in a saucepan.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna lift it after Kovac takes some of it, and they're gonna carry it back over.
Yeah.
They're gonna put it on the middle of the table, but sort of push it towards Amaya so she can see.
All I is imagining right now is that these look like kind of low-key green mashed potatoes, but she's rocking with it. It's food, and it's also probably 4 in the morning.
Yeah, it's fuck o'clock in the morning.
It's early. She's tired. She'll take anything at this point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Really nice with fish. They're very nice with fish and chips.
Mop takes a bite of the pie. She doesn't quite like it, but she keeps eating.
Craggletooth takes a hearty portion of the pie, and she does like it. So it's inhaled. 1 minute it's on her plate, and 1 minute, and then the next minute you blink and it's empty.
You think this might be your favorite?
That's a strong word because there's a lot of other good foods in the world, but it's a strong contender.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm thinking that thinking that yeah, Koak's also fucking going for it. Yeah, well, 1 minute it's all there, and the next he has eaten, and he looks content. Much more than he was before. He's very happy because fuck did he miss actual food. He's been eating hardtack.
Did you pick up the trail mix?
It's funny you mention it. I did not.
What?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I ate. I ate this. No. I ate this, and he's gonna reach into it, and he's just gonna take out a brick of like it's just this very dull colored sort of like a really sickly kind of dark orangey brown color, and it looks like it would otherwise be a brick, but it isn't a brick. It's not a brick, but it's a brick, you know?
Mop looks sickly.
Kovac.
Yes.
Kovac, what the actual fuck is that?
It's hardtack. It's not food you eat because you like it. Food you eat because you need it.
Clearly.
I think you've I think you've misinterpreted that. That's a brick, Kovac. That's a brick. That's
a brick.
That's the line that I'm not gonna cross. Okay.
Okay. It is not actual brick. I can promise you, it is not a building brick.
You can just lean over to like poke it, see if it's hard.
It is solid.
Craggletooth will like try and lift it up with like 2 fingers, and it's like she struggles, right? She struggles, and she goes, "Kovac, I could take this and I could bap you over the head with it, and I could probably kill you easier than I could with like anything else. Like that's a brick. I don't know what to tell you."
Kovac, you ate that?
And he sort of like, because I'm assuming he's put it like on the table, he sort of turns it around, and you can see where there are parts that he's actively taken bites out of.
Oh,
Kovac, you're supposed to soak it.
Cass starts laughing. They actively like cover their face.
Oh my god.
Or anything.
You just ate it like that. Oh,
he's just going to stare very, very blankly.
I'm gonna go make some dessert.
Please, I don't need to be reminded of this. And he takes the hardtack and he puts it back. But he says, no, don't eat it because I want to. I did it because it was extremely cheap, because it tastes like shit.
It looks like it would.
It does, but you spend 6 months, living off of shit like this. You tend to forget what the actual food tastes like. That's why Mop is.
I don't know why you guys don't like eat moth or something. Like it's literally everything.
It's not enough. It is not enough protein. It's not enough protein.
It's not. So you like kill a squirrel or something.
Somebody want to?
There's your protein.
Somebody want
to? Craigle, with all due respect, if I had to choose between eating moss and dirt or eating a literal brick, I think I would starve, unfortunately.
I don't eat dirt.
Are you sure about that?
Mop is in the kitchen. She is a...
Amaya, I wasn't... Sorry.
She is driving.
I forget... You'll have to forgive me, Amaya. I wasn't thorough on when you became an expert on what I eat.
I'm not. I just know that I would not particularly eat moss or hardtack that hasn't been soaked.
I'm not eating hardtack either.
I mean, look, Kregeltooth, I appreciate it, but moss would not be good snack for me because I need to keep these going. And he flexes one of his biceps. He needs protein. But he's going to then very pointedly sort of just like peer his head around to Mop. Mop, are you okay? I can hear you like panting. Are you okay?
I'm good. I'm gonna go.
Mop, are you all right?
That was disgusting.
She's gonna go
You
over to
didn't-
Mop.
You didn't even eat it!
Are you good, bud?
Yes, oh man. Anyways, how do you feel about apple fritters?
Do you want a hand to make them up?
That's alright. Mop will take the tray of apple fritters and just fire breathe it.
Holy fuck. Gaming.
Yeah. Let's see how well it can do it. What should I roll for that, you think?
Yeah. See if you set the caravan on fire.
Don't do that.
That'd be really funny if it wasn't Craggletooth,
We'll do
actually. That'd be
cooking.
really funny.
Oh.
Oh,
Alright, yeah, sure, it's alright. It's a little undercooked in the middle.
That's fine. At least, the caravan is not cooked in the middle, so that's helpful.
Mushy.
Or on the outside. Or it all cooked at all.
And apple fritters is not my best work.
is there any
Yeah.
sardines left to go out here?
Say it again.
Be like any sardines? Any sardines left over?
I
Like,
guess.
probably, like
Yeah.
probably a couple
They're just
I know what
like
you're doing with them.
No, you don't. You don't know what I'm
I
doing.
know
with
I
them.
know what you're fucking doing.
No, you no.
I've got your ticket. I know what you're doing.
No, you
I'll
don't.
give everybody an apple fritter, except for Kovak. Kovak gets like 5 of them.
Oh,
Oh.
Dude. hell yeah.
Cass is gonna try and give Biscuits a sardine.
Okay.
Do I have to
I
roll
mean,
anything?
she'll just eat it.
Okay, fantastic. And then they're gonna go to Foylan and give Foylan some.
You have to roll for Foylan.
I have to roll for Foylan. Fuck's sake.
Yeah,
Okay,
maybe he
let's
doesn't
roll
like
for animal
sardines. Yeah, animal
handling.
handling.
You're right. Okay. Oof.
He takes them begrudgingly.
What?
You're gonna like hesitate and you're gonna be like, Bud, you don't have to eat them if you don't like them. I just like
No, now he wants them.
I like to think that they see like Foylan's like the way that he takes it, they recognize it as him taking it begrudgingly, and then as they say that, they like reach to like they reach to like take it back, and I feel like he just turns away.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Cass gonna laugh and just be like, all right, and then head back over.
I love him. I love Foylan. I love Cass. They're all great. But yeah, no, I think Kovak eats his apple fritters rather happily. And he is going to absolutely try to forget the hardtack mishap. It will haunt him forever.
Oh, we're not gonna let him forget about it.
Hang on, can I see that hardtack?
No,
Can I see that hardtack, pretty please?
no, I'm embarrassed.
Can I pickpocket Kovak for the hardtack?
Roll sleight of hand.
Yeah,
Mark,
can
you
I?
know what?
Yeah, I was
Perception.
gonna say, can I attempt to contest this?
Yeah, it's perception.
Yeah.
No.
Uh-oh.
No.
Oh, there's a little
No.
spider. Oh, what do I do
Where?
about this? There's a little spider in my room. Do I kill
Oh.
you? I don't want to kill you.
No.
You're not doing
no.
Not for the
anything.
crime of being
Let him be.
small.
Let him
But it's
be.
like-
He's just
But
a
But it's
little
like
guy.
on my shit.
Leave
Alright,
him
let him-
alone.
No, it's on my shit. Okay, no, I'm getting scared. Okay, it's dying. Hold on.
Oh.
Me,
Hold on.
But,
actually me. Jesus
Um,
Christ.
I think.
So I think
yeah.
what happens with that, real quick, is
Mhm.
Kovak is saying about how like no, Mop can't have the hardtack, and then all of a sudden Craggletooth is on the other side of the table handing Mop the brick of hardtack.
And Mop will take the hardtack,
Mop?
and Mop will use the strongest arm she can to throw it out. Throw it out into the wilderness.
Oh wow.
Yeah, hang on, let
Actually,
me see. What's
wait,
the,
hold
I
on.
think I'll roll. Oh wow.
Okay.
Yo!
Okay, I'm playing into the bit that Cass has really, really bad eyesight, but I think they can just notice from the way that Mop is like motioning it, like with the blur, that they can just make out as Mop. they're just gonna assume that she threw it.
Just give it a base strength save.
Good dust.
The worst possible thing could have happened. I tried to get it on a piece of paper and take it outside, and then it fell off onto my carpet. And I don't know where it's going.
Oh no!
I don't know.
What?
No, I don't.
Oh, no. It ran away.
Later.
No, I don't want it.
Just don't think about it too much.
I feel bad for laughing as well.
Continue role playing or whatever. I'm dealing with the spider situation.
It lands literally in front of Mob. The Mob's just like, well, that's about as far as I'm throwing it. Mob just dusts off her hands.
Start me a try.
It's literally just.
Let me. She's gonna heft it up and let me see how good this goes. It's like 10 feet. She gets it off. It's just sitting in the snow.
There you go.
All right.
That's not a
Come on, yeah, has his head in his hands.
Yeah.
He is in utter disbelief, but he's gonna just huff a small sign. He's gonna say, "Okay, hold on, I'll get. Hold on, I'll deal with it."
Maybe a wonderful hungry elk will come along and eat it.
He's gonna collect the hardtack. He's gonna collect the hardtack.
What?
It was already thrown off.
Yeah, well, guess what? It's the caravan's not in motion.
Oh, there you go.
It's just gonna repopulate. And as he's trying to look for a place to like intentionally stuff it in a spot where it's just not going to like be, you know, it's not gonna be too visible. I think he's eventually going to actually find Mop's ring. Because remember, you gave me that shit.
Showed it?
And he's gonna pause for a second and look at it, and he's gonna hold it up to like the moonlight, whatever light there is, in the caravan, and sort of just be like, and he comes back in. He's like, "Mop, did you?" And he just holds the ring up and then doesn't say anything.
Yes, I did.
And he kind of just looks very flatly at Mop. Did you do that when you were giving me a hug to say goodbye?
Yeah.
I can't even be that mad. But no, okay, no more of that. Okay, this is yours. Okay.
Are you sure?
Yes. Yes. Positive. It's. Did you do that when you were? Didn't your mother give it to you?
Yes, but I used what was on it.
You can reuse it. It's a spell storing ring.
Yeah, but it had a cooler spell on it.
Nonsense. Still, and he's going to give the ring back if you take the fucking heart attack again. I swear to God.
Oh no! This one wasn't for the hardtack.
Hang on, let me just very quickly also.
Can we make it a game where Kovac just carries the hardtack around and we all just try to collectively steal it from him?
I'm gonna kill every single one of you.
No, there's just one less apple fritter on Kovac's plate.
Oh, that's fine. But he's going to give the ring back to Mom. And as he's doing that, he's like, "Oh yes, no, that's also." And he's also going to take out the potion of invisibility, and he's going to set it on the table in front of Craggletooth.
It disappears into her pocket.
Oh, so, that was quick, but yes, no, there you go.
What do you pick me for? Someone who doesn't do things quickly?
No, I would never say that. But anyhow, and he retakes his seat and he realizes that he's just what I don't mind. Look at the he's not gonna kick up this stink. He's gonna eat the rest. The fritters. He's hungry. masterpiece.
Oh.
I hope that the spider knows my intentions, because I could not find it.
I
Don't
hope
worry.
the spider knows my intention.
Don't worry. I speak fluent spider. You'll be fine. USA.
Jess, it's
sorry.
okay. It's just a new friend.
It's not a new friend. It's
It's a
gonna
roommate.
bite me.
He's looking to rent out your ear canal. It's
He's
fine.
gonna.
If you're
it's
cool,
gonna
he's
bite
cool.
me.
Let him in.
He's gonna bite
No.
me. He's gonna bite me in my sleep, and it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, he's gonna kill you actually with a
Oh,
gun.
Actually, most
With a-
spiders can't break. Like they can't break you.
I know.
So
I
even
know.
if
It was very small. It was a very, very small spider, so I'm sure I'm
Oh.
fine.
No, I followed that
it
one.
was cold.
Well, the only reason I didn't... He is not cold. I live in California. He can suck it up.
Oh,
It
that's
is
crazy.
74 degrees Fahrenheit outside. They
Oh,
can
so he's just a
suck it
trespasser. Okay,
up.
never mind. I'm not sympathetic to the spider anymore.
Hold
Like-
on, what's that in Celsius?
Like the 30s, I think.
Oh. Why is it
You
so
didn't tell
freaking
me.
warm down there?
Because I live on the equator, basically. Like, only a couple hours
No
away.
fucking
It's 20
shit. Welcome
it's-
to the
it's-
East Coast.
It's 23 in
I mean, the
Celsius.
West Coast? That's not how the equator
Yeah.
works. Oh my god. That's not
We're
okay.
on the West. Never mind. Never mind.
Lack of
Gonna beat
Lack
you
of
both on the
geographical
geography
knowledge.
textbook. Yeah.
That's not
Lack
how
of
the equator
geography.
works. The equator is longitude, not latitude. I'm gonna fucking lose it.
No, it is latitude. You fucking bozo. Whatever.
It's the one that's sideways. It's the one that goes long ways.
My teacher taught me it was longitude as in long, and then latitude as in fatitude, which is what I have.
A fatitude?
Anyway, so we're gonna play Lack of Love.
Yeah.
We're gonna play Lack of Love.
Cass is gonna help Mop tidy up the table.
Absolutely.
Table.
Let me switch to
Let's
more
see.
kind music.
Does Mop give a shit?
Does Mop give a
That's how much of a shit she kind of give. She doesn't even
about
care.
what?
If she does get help this evening. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Entire 16 shits. Can't believe this.
Yeah, an entire 16 shits out of 100.
Entire 16 shits.
The shit economy is thriving if she has 16 to
Stop.
give.
Not
Stop
in this
calling it that.
country. Anyways,
In this economy?
in this economy.
In this economy?
No.
I'm announcing 20% tariffs on shit.
Shut the fuck up. Anyways, we're doing dishes.
Dishes.
My favorite roleplay. Dishes.
Dishes. Daddy
No,
shit.
no.
Who the fuck is controlling my dog?
I am.
It's you again? Okay, good.
Yes,
Yep.
knock knock.
Who's her?
Who's it? Dishes.
Dishes who?
Dishes a very bad joke. Mop starts laughing so hard.
Or also just
She's crying while she's laughing, but not like crying. She's like, happy tears.
I think they're like bent over like the desk and they're just got their head in their hands and they're just laughing their head off. I think it was more so Mop like bursting into laughter that got them.
And she's got me on the ropes. Oh, fuck.
Mop, what the fuck?
That shit was peak, dude. That shit was peak.
It was the
cracked my-
laugh.
I cracked myself up.
You fucking
Like an
cracked me
egg.
up,
She wipes away a tear.
This caravan's a fucking nightmare.
I like to think, like, did anyone else in the group, like, hear the joke, or did they just hear the obnoxious laughter?
Probably just the laughter.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
You all
Yeah,
will
that was a good one.
continue on into the morning. And the scribe will probably get you all together just to go over one last time what is happening. what is going to be going on next now that you guys are in the Talons. And they will say, it is believed that we were called here for some kind of trap by the Fae. It is possible that we have just experienced that trap, or it is possible that they wanted us to do something for them. I believe somehow this is connected to St. Lucinia, and I'm sure we can ask around about this cave and nearby taverns, or go looking ourselves.
Yeah, well, we need to make sure that we don't let our guard down, just in case that there's still another trap waiting for us.
Indeed.
What what? I've not traveled Talons very much. Is there civilization around here?
Great question. Let me history check.
The scribe, you don't know. The scribe will say, yes and no. There are some passages through the mountains to go westward. I know that there is a tavern nearby, a small inn, but there is also the Felrook further in, once used by Maldor. It is long abandoned and long looted.
The bugging sound that you made. No, I think Cork's gonna sort of just like rub his eyes a little and just think, okay, well, that's not terrible. At least we'll have locals that might be able to point us in a direction. But shit, you know.
Does my book speak to me? Does my book say words to me? Does
No, it does not.
Is your book talking to you?
Your book
Is it telling you about the
not...
Felrook? Is it saying that it's a goblin? Is that what it's telling you?
Mop does look, at the mention of the Felrook, she does. Her concern does come back to the book, to the analog.
Oh.
Wondering why, what's his name wanted it, and also wondering why he was literally hanging on to every word of hers.
I see.
She's a little nervous thinking about it, actually.
And I think Kovak, who made the Arcana check about the fire, that it being green was probably something demon related. Is that Mom?
I think so. Yeah.
Do you think she would have communicated that sort of like a knowledge at some point or another about it having been related?
No, I don't think so. Not yet.
Okay. In any which case, I think that, Kovak is just going to sort of shrug. Think if Derwin was the trap, which I don't think he was, I ran into him in Newport.
He probably wasn't. They were. If you didn't die on the boat over, I was supposed to get you to go over to the Talons. Oh.
Okay. So he isn't the trap himself, but that he knows something, or he did know something. But no, I tried to kill him in Newport, and I didn't succeed. For one reason or another, he disappeared in the puff of cigarette smoke. Whatever. Some fucked up little voice in my ear. Whatever. Doesn't really matter anymore. He's dead. But he wasn't the trap. It's probably something more. So I'll probably be a little more vigilant, especially if I've got this. And he sort of nods to the chain. I might modify it a little so it looks a little less recognizable as his.
That's like a spiky chain.
Or just less like his spiky chain. He's not the only person I've heard to hit people with these sorts of things, but
This is my first time.
he's the first one that I've encountered, but not the first one I've heard of, so...
You can get Mop to paint it. Cass
He kind of just looks at
it's a little grin.
He just kind of looks at Mom. I'll think about it.
Good night.
He wasn't thinking about. He wasn't thinking about painting it. He was thinking about like shaving stuff. I mean, he actually.
I want to hit him. I want to hit him with the baby doll eyes.
Get him.
No.
What do I roll?
You don't roll shit because it's not gonna work.
Oh,
I'm telling you
wait.
right now. I'm not an NPC. You cannot.
Oh, 26. Holy
Well,
shit.
yeah, everyone
I'm
knows the
not an
persuasion
NPC.
skill is magic, so it works.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
And I hit you with my level 2 branding smite. No, I'm not gonna.
Go ahead and cast. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Just
Cast
wish.
charm
If it's
person
gonna
on
work for
Kovok.
anybody.
Just go ahead and cast charm person on Kovok.
No, but anyway, but he is just gonna sort of wave it off. I'm gonna say, whatever Deadman was, he obviously is now no longer a problem. He was not only abandoned by his own co-workers, but I saw the flame in his eyes die out before he died. So I'm assuming whatever gave him the help that he had to escape and then encircle the caravan is dead. That whatever help he had is not there anymore. So it doesn't mean we don't know what we're getting into. That's okay. We'll figure it out, I guess.
You can also just grab the map if you go to images.
Where?
Listed as
Social
caravan.
tap for a second.
Listed as caravan snow.
Yeah, you click on images, you go into the little search bar, you type caravan, hit enter, there you go.
Oh, images. I kept going to tables. Okay.
Oh my lord.
Oh, the turns of table.
Not my turns. Not again.
I'm keeping this with me. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I think he's gonna kind of just look to the others. Look to Craggletooth as well. To whatever extent, I will do my best to not immediately kill anyone that is fire related. I acknowledge, however, that I am just a man and I may slip, so I apologize in
That
advance.
means he already has a chance of living.
Yippee!
Slight. That motherfucker doesn't know what's coming. But no, I'm kidding. And he's gonna sort of just, give a little nod of acknowledgement and say, but we'll just try and use whatever they think they've got on us, the advantage they think they have, the trap that they think they're leading us into. Try and just use that to advantage, and then we'll see how things go. But yes, I will make active effort to show a bit of restraint. And I hope you can recognize how difficult that is. And he kind of flicked his eyes between Mop and Cassie, and good thing they sat right next to each other.
Well, thank you.
He just gives a small nod of his head, and then
That's also not slightly in response.
a look to the scribe.
Was that a smile? Was that a smile? You show
Did you smile? Did you
show
just
us
smile, Kovak?
those pearly whites?
Go on,
I think
Kovak,
as he's-
smile. Go on,
I think
Kovak.
as he's actively willing himself to not smile, he smiles.
Yeah, look
he-
how it is.
Yeah, he's not great at this, but he's gonna just sort of wave it off with a wave of the hand, and then look to the scribe and he's gonna say, "Anything else? Because I'm not going to lie to you, I'm extremely tired."
We'll chuckle and say, well, I suppose the only thing we have to do now is make the choice of whether or not we wish to ask around and risk being found, or look around ourselves.
If we ask around, you remember there was that note some time ago about talons?
Yes, nods.
Conscript chained ones. You know, if they think that they've got the advantage in that regard, you know, we're not chained, so maybe that could work to advantage. Maybe it's not going to be as much of ambush as could have been, but
We run the
I'm
risk,
happy.
though, if... Sorry.
No, you're all good. I was just going to say, I was happy to ask at the tavern, but I also wasn't expecting miracle because it's one tavern.
This is true.
We run the risk of, you know, talking to the wrong person, and then somehow they alert if there is people in the cave. They alert them ahead of time.
Okay, that's a good point. So, but to be more independent, then maybe look for it on our own, see if we can, and if we can't, then maybe ask.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah,
Okay.
we could just leave asking as a last resort.
I can do that. I think that's pretty sensible.
Plus, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the scribe mentioned about something. It probably wouldn't be too hard to find. Perhaps.
Scribe will nod and say, "This is apparently a very well-known cave, considering they can just refer to it as the cave. So it is likely that wherever this is, how do I say, quite easy to find. If not, it is recognizable."
Yeah.
So look for a well-traveled path, maybe.
Yeah.
Look for a big hole in a wall.
Something that never, footprints in snow that never seem to go away because they're so consistent. Maybe that would be a good thing to look at.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm happy with that. Is everyone else okay with that?
Justice not, but you know.
Well, you know what? Number one
Who are
Farouk
you?
fan, guess where the fuck you're going? No, but yeah. So the coach's gonna tap his hands on the table and say, "Okay, sleep down now, yes."
Yes. Please go to sleep.
Okay,
And he is not going to get up from the couch. He is instead just going to sleep right there and then. Because realistically, I think after the adrenaline's worn off and everything, he's not making.
Our girl's gonna sleep in his bed.
Yeah, that's fine.
Wait, which one's your bed?
Yeah, that one.
It's just
God, a gill.
put
He's like
Cass on your roof.
starfish. He's like starfish across
Stealing
the
the
bed.
roof from me. Why?
Yeah, roof robbery.
My roof
Roof
robbery.
robbery.
The cave haunt us?
Yeah, the cave.
Haunt?
Yeah, the cave. What's up with the cave?
Hey.
The cave.
Really quick, Dust. What do I have to do to rotate a token?
I believe it is control while your mouse is on it, and then scroll your mouse wheel.
Nope,
Oh, I
that's
can make
making
them
it
bigger.
smaller.
I can
Yeah,
make
it's
them
making it
bigger.
smaller.
Then it's
Like, grab
shift.
him.
It's shift.
Shift. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
shit. Oh, that's cool.
Needed to make him go EP.
Yes, as the sun is rising, by the way. You guys will probably sleep through a solid portion of the day. Where are you at? Hold on, I wanna... Wrong one.
rotate.
I'm putting Cass on lookout.
No.
On the roof.
Oh, it's cold.
Why would you do this?
Oh,
Targeting mode.
my PC!
I'm so sorry.
Holy shit.
I totally didn't have a... So that past conversation, I definitely did have a tavern map prepared and didn't just make one within the past 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yippee!
Just for an Ose. Oh,
Yeah.
just for an Ose.
No. You guys don't have to go there. I made it specifically in case you went. Well, you guys will sleep through the night. Let me give you guys a little bit of a... I don't know if I've done it yet. I haven't. Okay. Let's do a long rest.
So I only have 1 second level spells. I used everything and the kitchen sink.
Absolutely. Let me turn lighting off now because it's at a... It don't matter no more.
Wait, so can you do your DM magic and pull the spell storing ring from my inventory?
Oh yeah, very true.
Thanks.
Yippee! Oh, now my other eye's playing up. Help! No!
No. It's okay.
Oh.
And then I put your eye in the like it holds it open.
Oh,
Clockwork
no!
orange.
Oh no, that's awful.
And Mom
It's which?
certainly does in fact bring out a blanket from Cobalt and then go back to bed.
Aw.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, he's not gonna realize because he's fucking fast asleep, but
I
he's
know.
going to pull the blanket around him.
I think
that man's-
Craggletooth will kind of like curl up in her bed, but I don't think she's actually going to be getting much sleep right now. She'll be pretending to sleep if anybody's looking over at her.
I see.
Why would I care?
Is this like an actual you're not going to sleep? Or are you like still resting?
Still resting, but not
Okay.
sleeping.
Okay. One of my least favorite things is when people don't sleep for flavor and then the DM is like, point of exhaustion. And I'm like, okay.
No, it's not like she's getting up and doing everything. It's just she's just kind of like laying there, but I don't think sleep comes easy.
Gotcha.
Reasonable.
And yeah, when you all wake up, none of you will have a particularly eventful night. The caravan will be moving again. The scribe will be out front, manning it as everything is going. Foylin will probably be moving outside as well with the caravan.
Spot.
Biscuits is sleeping right here on like this little pile of clothes.
Oh.
And yeah, I suppose then after you all wake up, I imagine you make breakfast. We don't need to do the breakfast roleplay. We just had dinner roleplay.
Toast. It's toast for breakfast. Eat shit and die.
Wow. I can't believe
Do we
it.
at least get butter, or do we have to eat that shit dry?
I don't know. Apparently Kovac has no problem with that.
On every plate, there's a piece of toast except for Kovak, in which there's hardtag. That's the nightmare you have.
He wakes up in a cold sweat. He does a backflip first, but he wakes up in a cold sweat.
It's just the
And then he
idea
goes back to
of
sleep.
2D animated Kovak sitting up, 3D animated doing a flip, like rotoscoped, 2D animated cold sweat.
Rotoscoping
Yes.
is so fucking funny.
Indeed.
Oh my lord.
Have,
But yeah,
have Cass get down from the roof, chilling on the balcony.
I suppose then you guys will be doing some exploration throughout the Talons. You guys didn't want to go to the tavern first, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
We wanted to explore on our own first and see if we could find it.
Got you. I'm on this map real quick. I guess then we'll do a skill check. Over the next maybe 2 days, you guys are going to do what you can to look for this godforsaken cave. And while the tavern does require specifically socializing, if you wanted to just find a person, you probably couldn't talk to them.
Could or couldn't?
Sorry.
Could end. Okay.
So I suppose we'll just go down the list. What skill do each of you use to try and find this cave?
I will use... I don't know, can I use Arcana because it's in my book?
I think that's fair. Using your knowledge of the arcane language to understand it slightly.
God fucking damn.
It's a 13. I think that this is more or less like you are trying your best to decipher this language every single time you look at this book, and you're getting better at it, but it's not quite there.
Bad handwriting.
He probably did, in all honesty. And so I think that there is... What information do I give you with the 13? You probably, with the 13, get a couple that come up when thinking about it. Just some observations from the region. Most likely details about where Maldor wished to put the Felrook. I don't know if he's the one that made it, but, you know. And details of like, oh, can't do it here for this reason, can't do it here for this reason. You get like maybe 5 to 10 mentions of cavern systems.
I raise my hand.
Yeah.
Could I do athletics for the idea that Cass has shifted to the wolf form and they're sort of just like jumping around and like running like over like the rocks and stuff to try and like just like cover more ground to explore?
Okay.
Searching for the cave.
I like that last bit, yes. Roll me athletics.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Alex.
Not doing great on the rolls today.
I was doing great earlier.
Yeah. You're definitely covering more ground. Maybe the snow is making it hard. You find plenty of caves, but that is the problem. You find a lot of them.
Right, okay.
So not too much there either. The remaining 3?
Anything in particular from the two of you?
I think for the this works better once the group has like a couple of specific caves. Can I do stealth and have Craggletooth like go check out each of the locations and try and
that's really good.
Basically climb a tree, check out the cave, see if it looks like anybody's been there, move on to the next. Either flying or like misty stepping if she ever falls, just to make sure that there's no tracks on the ground.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll stealth. The DC will be lower, but also there's gonna be a thing otherwise. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, if you rolled like within the realm of success but lower than normal, you would have used up all of your Pegasus boots for the day. Or winged boots. But you don't. You got a 21. You're chilling. I think I'll sort of balance this out a little bit, because it is a success. You go around the caves at first, but you don't really find anything. You find some tracks of, what's it called? Like animals and whatnot. You don't really find people. And so with the 21, I think you get the inclination to actually go near civilization. The tavern, something similar, maybe a small little settlement, a village nearby. And just listen to people. So you just kind of sit in the background and listen to people. There's a brief moment when you stop near the tavern. You see a group of, I think it's 6? Yes. 6 people, sort of talking about some kind of mountainous region. For a moment, you think they're talking about the Talons. Something about secrets, something about something hiding away, and a big journey ahead of them. And then they start talking about dragons, like a lot about dragons, and you realize this has nothing to do with what you're looking for.
Seeking paradise.
That is not seeking paradise.
Is that Mother Slumber mentioned?
Let me drink.
Yeah, it's Mother.
Let me drink.
It's Mother Slumber.
Oh God, fuck, shit! I got my shit wrong. I'm bad. That's what I meant to say.
But after a bit more of a look around, you are able to just sort of stumble across two people that are keeping a bit distant to themselves. They seem a bit more of the outdoorsy type, just sort of conversing with one another. They seem shady as hell. And I think with your experience in the field, they very easily seem like thieves or burglars. And you hear one of them say, I have been trying to find anything more in this region. I think it's about time we go, Jason. And the other one is like, no, come on. Hey, there has to be more there. People are just too scared to go in. So, if we go in, we're smart. It's a fucking cave. There's no reason to be scared. We just gotta go find it. And they just kind of converse back and forth. You will hear mention of the Felrook. Once or twice from them. Something about treasure. Something about the place already being looted. But also something about... You know what? I'll actually roll just a straight luck check for this. That's a pretty good luck check. One of them will say, no, people have been talking about how abandoned the place has been for years, but I swear to you, I've seen people there. Like, a couple times now, going in and out. I don't know what's happening. There's like a small entrance nearby. Maybe we should check that out instead. And yeah, I think that's what you get, Crackletooth.
Okay.
Can I hear this?
I imagine you're going to reconvene at some point and share this information.
I think I will say, I think she might like try and tail them a little bit if it seems like they're going to be going out and heading in the direction of wherever they were talking of. But she probably wouldn't get too far away from the party.
Make me an insight check.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. They are talking themselves in circles. They are genuinely afraid to go here. They don't want to.
Okay.
They're stalling as long as they can, so they probably won't be going anywhere anytime soon.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, with that, then she'll head back and relay it to the rest.
Okay. Ellie, do you have anything in particular you would like to do?
I would like to use divination.
Always good.
Is there a way for Amaya to be able to insight check or just straight up use divination?
I mean, divination is divination. Continue.
Sorry?
No, continue.
Oh, very good. Is there a way for Amaya to be able to scry into what exactly this cave is, where is it, and what it looks like and everything?
Absolutely. Sorry. Roll me a D100. You will get results no matter what, but the nature of the results will change depending on what you roll.
Please. Okay.
39. I believe we were going for higher here, if I remember correctly. So, okay. That doesn't matter. You're still getting an answer to your question. And remember, because of your cleric, if you have any specific questions beyond what you've already asked, let me know. And okay, use your one use of divination for the day. I think you are sort of just where is Amaya performing this ritual?
Somewhere. Ooh, voice crack. Somewhere either very secluded, and where she has a lot of space. So that would just be somewhere away from the towns, away from where people could actually see her. Or as like a secondary, she could be in the caravan, but she doesn't know she has enough room in the caravan, so probably just out in the middle of nowhere.
Absolutely. You will close your eyes. Well, they're already closed. you will sit and meditate for a moment. And when you open your eyes, they are glossed over with this glowing light. And you will see the following description. At first, you see the ocean for a moment, and your vision pans downwards to see the river and the mountains alongside it. You will follow the river, going faster and faster as if time has sped up, until you reach a small lake. The sky, which is the sort of grayish overcast, will soon turn orange and reddish as you see things begin to appear in the snow. What first appear to be pieces of fallen trees or roots will turn to be bodies buried, frostbitten, long forgotten, and they become far more and more frequent as they pile up more and more around this mountain, around this lake. And atop the lake, you see a tower, which appears to be the center of your vision for a moment before the tower shoots upwards into the sky and your vision falls beneath it, atop a pile of bodies.
So fucking for real.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Anyways, continue, Game Master.
Just called him.
Funny. And this sort of tower sitting on the pile of bodies, the pile will open slightly near the bottom as if a door sort of collapsing forward, and you hear whispers calling out from within with a slight glimmer of silver light. And then your vision will end.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh, cool.
So cool. So cool.
So cool.
So cool.
It was so fucked up. He was so fucked up.
Yeah, okay, cool. So it's just what Amaya envisions isn't a cave at all. Pretty much.
Well, you asked how to get there. That is what you were given.
Okay. Well, alright. Yeah, fair enough.
Rocks. Dust. Rocks. I'm throwing them at your head. Full speed.
Alright, cool. That is interesting enough. Amaya will take that with a full force of knowledge and being like, hey, we gotta go here now. And she's going to cover up her tracks of the ritual that she did and go find the others.
All right. Kovat, did you have anything else you wanted to do?
Yeah. You mentioned it sort of offhanded that. Oh, Isaac.
What just happened?
Zach and Jillian briefly and then it vanished. I think he might have realized we were still going.
That's so funny.
If you're in chat, Zach, love you. But no.
Thanks, chat.
We love you.
Mentioned that what's it called? There could be like brief little I guess the people that you might encounter on the pathway, just to be like, hey, in case you got a base skill, right? Could I use persuasion to try and like, you know, it's some random person that we come across, you know, just try and sort of charm them into, you know, being, you know, I've been hearing a lot of talk about like, you know, these caves around here, you know, and you know, there's a lot of caves, but one in particular, you know, if they've heard anything, that sort of like, if they've heard anything, if they've seen anything, that sort of thing.
Yeah, roll persuasion.
I was gonna say, failing that, I'm gonna intimidate the two thieves. But
Fair.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Go for it.
Because that's fucked up. That's better.
Damn, that is like 3 6s, I think. That is crazy.
Devil's number.
What's up with that? 13. Doing a little bit of asking around. What are you specifically asking?
Just trying to see if like he can sort of present himself mainly as just being someone that can be talked to, that's like, you know, approachable, and someone that they can actually tell about these sorts of things. Trying to be as like non-off-putting as a giant orcish man that looks like he's been through hell as being like as non-threatening as he can possibly. Trying to just sort of like coax out any sort of information that a random passerby might have. It's about any. I don't know if there's been anything passing through.
Okay. Okay, with a 13, I think trying just to find any information, you probably get one specific detail of there has been this weird occurrence where people have been hearing a voice in their heads every now and again. And they all kind of have the same description, and all of them are, every single time the voice is asking for help with something. But no one has actually looked into it. And anyone that has either died or came back too upset to talk about it.
Fucked up cave. Sounds about right.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, what's in that fucking cave, Dust?
Guys, it looks like we have a mystery on our hands.
No, we don't. I think we should turn around.
Scooby and the gang.
You know, Luna Nora had a good run.
Oh, split up. I'll go this way. This cave can go fuck itself.
Hang on. To DM someone.
No, that's about the long and short of what to do. Or wanted Kovok to do.
Absolutely. Now, normally there's like a thing that you guys have to do to win, but I gotta be honest, the divination did just kind of do it. So you guys will all sort of convene back in the caravan. You all will have your information. I will let you discuss as you will. Why did you disconnect, Shasta?
Because I have to get on my grip.
Oh, I see. But yeah. You all have your little bit of information. The scribe will sort of once again call everybody back together again, and he'll take the things that you've said, and he'll say, "Well, everything is pointing towards Felrook. Did Amaya mention the vision, I imagine?
Yes, she did.
Your vision, Amaya, entails something quite sinister. So I suppose we should be wary. And, I don't suppose we'll have many people accompanying us, given the danger presented by the fear your interviewees had, Kraggletooth. I say with heavy quotations.
I definitely talked to them. Yeah, definitely.
I suppose then the only thing to do now is go there. As long as that is what you all believe is correct.
What about the caravan? Should we take it further in?
I'm sure we can.
Caravan be okay?
Yes, the caravan can make it through quite easily. Though there might come a point where it'll become a bit too rocky, or the path will become too thin, in which case I will stay behind and let you all go on.
Okay.
I can at least take you a bit further in.
What's it look like from here?
What do you mean?
Fear.
What? Are we going in? Where are we going?
I suppose that's up to you all. A lot of signs are pointing to the Felrook. But yeah, I mean that's kind of it.
I say let's do it.
Yeah, let's go. Let's fucking do it.
Yeah.
Nothing will go
We're
wrong,
gonna-
surely.
We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die.
Hold it. I gotta go. Bye, guys.
Oh, bye.
Bye, 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 bye.
Bye.
You know, thankfully, I don't have to anymore, but we are down to we are down to so this is.
I thought they got someone to fill.
They did. They got someone to fill. That's what I mean is that I don't need to go, but Jester still does. Something.
Oh.
Organizer.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, in all honesty, I hate to say it, but I don't know if there's much more for the session.
Take us to the spot, bro.
Well, no, you gotta get there
Oh,
first.
let's play.
God damn it.
We'll have a little bit
No
left.
bite.
Oh, you could let us roleplay.
I could. I could sort of lean my chair back and kick my feet up on my desk and let you guys talk to
You
each
know what?
other.
See, pull up the deck.
Yeah!
Oh,
do it.
Okay, right, well, I didn't want to use to bug Cass about it because they're not.
I happen to have the perfect person to bug Cass about it.
I can't believe this.
Okay, I'm gonna have them like. Can we actually pull up the snowy caravan?
Yeah, I have it up.
I have it up
Nice.
too.
Okay, I'm gonna pull it up too. Where the fuck is it? There it is. This is gonna go so fucking bad. I swear, if fucking Craggletooth gets like more good shit, I will kill them.
If I get any
Scraggle-
items, I'm passing the items out.
Okay, that's so fair.
I-
where am I putting
Please,
this?
oh please, do not send me to another dimension again.
Okay.
I'm gonna do is the Deck of Wonders.
Actually, yeah, I'll put them up here. I'll say that they've just been like sketching in their book or something.
Craggletooth has probably
Absolutely.
been like skipping around the room because she can't sit still for 2 minutes, or the thoughts will occur.
Oh,
And
hold that one.
after a moment, then she'll kind of pause and look over to Cassian, and she'll kind of like creep up behind them and look over their shoulder for a moment until, like, purposefully being a little bit annoying, like breathing loudly in their ear, like not saying anything, just, you know.
Yeah, they are sketching Kovak at the minute.
Kovak is doing the dad thing where you like where your dad on his back, and he's just like he looks like he might be sleeping, hands folded on like his stomach, but he's awake. He's just recuperating.
I think Cass is just sketching him like that at the minute. Sort of
You got it.
absentmindedly.
No, it's wrong. It's bigger.
They
It's distinctly
flinch.
not. I want you to know it's distinctly not. She's just saying
Oh yeah.
that it
They
should be.
jump and just like slam the book shut and then look to the Craggletooth.
Hang on, let me.
I'm having
Craggletooth does
minus
not
one.
flinch, and so when Cassian looks up, then like they look up, and her face is like right there.
Which one of you has the knock spell? Didn't one of you get
that
knocked
would
for like
be-
3
That was me.
times? Okay,
It
cool.
was
I just
two.
wanted to make sure too.
This is a bad joke.
Why am I being rotated?
It was funny. You did a
Just
backflip,
rolling in.
but yeah, no. I think at the slam of the book closed,
Yeah.
the book like sort of raises his head a little and like opens one eye and is like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Just
You can
And
keep
then-
trying.
And he puts his head.
I'm just here.
He puts his
Their
he puts his
face.
head. He puts his head back down. He closes an eye. I thought you were Cassia.
you motherfucker. I think Cass is like Cass has got like this big like blue like blush over their face. They look really embarrassed. They're gonna just like drag the book like towards their like belt pocket, and they're just gonna like look to Craggletooth. And then they're gonna like glance to Amaya. And then
Amaya is reading the engineering journal or engineering book.
okay. And just like take a
You
deep
can-
breath.
You can keep doing it. With
No,
Kinda good.
no.
I guess. Maybe. A little.
They're gonna just snort a little bit. Maybe later. What's up?
Oh, I was just looking over your shoulder to be annoying.
Ah. Well, you scared the shit out of me.
She giggles a little bit. I mean, I wasn't even trying that time.
Uh-huh. Okay, I believe you.
You think that, like I actually wasn't. So whatever.
No, you just do that, Craggletooth.
Aw, thanks.
That's not a compliment. Amaya's not looking up from her book.
Cass snorts.
I know, but I'm taking it as that. So thank you.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, Cathian, and she'll kind of like slide off the like edge of the chair and start climbing over on this one. So before we go over there, do you want to like pull out that deck of cards?
No.
We could, like,
They like pale. They pale.
come on, it could be fun.
It was not fun the last time we used it, Craggletooth. Absolutely not.
She's like upside down in the chair, like her head hanging off the seat, her legs up on the chair like kids do, you know? But listen, I don't know what you guys are complaining about. It has been great. Like, I have an endless pocket now. You guys could have endless pockets too.
I could have endless pocket, Craggletooth, could I? But no, I was just sent to another dimension and poisoned for an hour.
As Amaya says that, Cass is gonna like take out their sketchbook, and they're like hiding it from the two of them until they get to a specific page which has like the cards that they have used so far and what they do, and they're just gonna quickly write that down beside the one that Amaya had used. Previously it had like 3 question marks and what the fuck written beside it. And they're gonna just like write it down what Amaya said.
Craggletooth is gonna like peer over the edge and look over to Kovak. Kovak, do you think that we have to pull cards? I think it would be fun.
What?
Like Cathian's like deck of card thing.
Oh,
Like a pull.
does something bad. Are you willing to go cave with bad effect?
I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, you've
I-
been having
I
the
haven't-
most luck
I
with it though.
haven't done anything too bad to anyone.
Cass looks to Amaya.
Aya is going to
Maybe.
stare at Craggletooth.
It was like a minute, Amaya. It was like a minute, and honestly, it was the quietest minute I've ever had since joining this party. And she kind of looked
First-
up immediately.
First off, that is quite frankly not my problem. Secondly,
No,
a minute.
Fine, actually.
It is your.
Gonna like lean like towards like over the table a wee bit, like sort of put their hands like their hand like in between the both of them and just go, okay, fuck, I'll take the cards out, please.
Yippee! And Craggletooth will sit up normally, and quit. And like the energy of bickering with Amaya has now shifted into the energy of yippee, roulette.
How many cards do you want to take?
I'll do 3.
That's insane.
Fuck.
Sick. Okay, whereabouts? Like
I'll
middle,
take
middle, or do you want like one from each, like the start, middle, and end?
Let's do one for me. Start, middle, and end.
Okay.
And as Cassian's pulling the cards, as she sees Kovak. Now the secret is you have to pull more than one, because if you only get one, then it's bad, then you're gonna hate it. But if you pull more than one, and
I
one's
don't
bad
like
and
that.
2 could be good, then it's great.
That's-
Now,
Raggletooth, don't like
Raggletooth,
this.
you sound like a gambler.
I would never.
Yeah,
Okay.
Raggletooth. So based on your previous fucking interactions with the deck, that's exactly what you've been at.
I truly, I'm third. Nothing bad will happen. She says confidently.
Okay. Right, I'm gonna lift up the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
What is it?
this one?
What is it?
Wait, sorry, I'm trying to. Ooh, J Spades, knife.
You're kidding.
J of spades, knife.
You're
Kidding.
You're kidding. You were kidding me.
What is it?
The knife card.
Common magic weapon.
But it-
Proficient
yeah.
appears in your hands.
Huh?
I hate you, Crackletooth. I hate
What?
you so. I hate you so much. I'm not letting Crackletooth pull any more cards. I swear to God.
Let's take a peek at these.
I'm
What are
so
you?
mad.
For a
So
sorcerer to pull
angry.
this, no. The dramatic irony is that a
I'm looking at the other ones.
simple weapon.
Don't say it out loud yet.
No, I'm not gonna. Oh,
Let's do.
Fucked up. I'm gonna
Oh my
throw up.
so angry.
Let's
How
do
are
this.
you real? How are you a real person?
How does this happen?
You have no right to
Like-
sound shocked, you motherfucker.
Slings, daggers,
Bro, I was
quarterstaff.
bracing. I am ready for the next two cards to be the worst one.
Oh,
Okay, I am
need
bracing.
Crackletooth. I need Crackletooth to get the isolation card, I swear to fuck.
I know-
need
I need-
Crackletooth to get the
No,
isolation
she,
card.
her hubris. I need her to be humbled. Someone
Oh.
humble her, please.
Leave
All right,
this.
I believe that this is a light. Yeah, we'll just give you this. I mean, it's so weird because they're not like. No, this is actually kind of funny. What is this? Yeah, this is just funny. I'll give you this. Hold on. There you go.
What'd you give them?
A dart.
What did I get?
Uncommon magic
Right,
weapon.
that makes sense.
God.
A dart.
A dart.
The other options were light
Yes.
crossbow or sling. And I was like, dart just sounds funny. You could poison the shit out of that if you wanted to.
I
Does it just like drop in front of Craggletooth or something, like on the table?
Yeah, probably.
it just kind of like, so she's just kind of like looking at the card, and then all of a sudden the dart like falls on the table next to her, and she'll like pick it up and like look into it and make sure it's empty first, and then like look over it. Go, see, guys, this is what I'm talking about. I'm just saying.
What do you
Cass
mean?
looks
It's a
so fed up.
dart. It is.
Cass looks
It
so
is a.
fed up.
But it's a dart. What do you mean? It's little thing.
Yeah, but it's free.
Oh.
That makes sense. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, but it's free.
And then, yeah, goblin logic.
All right, what's the
Um,
second? What's the second one? I'll read it aloud.
Beginning.
Beginning is a really good one if I remember. Yeah. Go ahead and roll 2d10 for me.
Nice. 2d10, happily.
Your hit point maximum is increased by that much for the next 8 hours.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
Want me to do that in temp or?
Yeah, just add it as temp HP and we'll keep it in mind.
Are you ready to
And-
go for what the
Remember.
other one is?
She kind of like bounces. She's
Isolation.
like, I feel great.
What's the last
Like, I
one?
feel really good.
The last one's vulture.
Oh.
Okay, what do I want to remove from your inventory? Oh, that one's kind of funny because there's so many of them. I forget that you have the fire blast trap. That's magic, so I can't do that. Oh, that one's actually relatively important, and I want to get rid of your hubris. The St. Lucinia rock disappears.
Oh. I think like
Oh.
Cass sees like the card and knows exactly what it is, and then looks to Craggletooth.
She's gonna like pat her pockets and be like, "Well, one of my rocks is missing."
Okay,
then
let's
she's
go find it.
Gonna start looking around.
All right, make a
We should-
perception.
yeah, we should look
Let's
for
roll
it.
perception. Ah, you bastard!
Oh,
What is it?
Two.
Sixes.
2 failures.
Ooh. Hey,
What'd
Ellie,
you
do
get?
you have
What
guidance? Did you have the guidance cantrip?
Yeah, do you want guidance?
Can you give me guidance?
Yeah, Amaya will just sigh, put a hand on Kobok's shoulder, and cast guidance.
Thanks. So that's a perception and then a d4.
Yeah.
Didn't even need it. but-
Okay, cool. That's
Oh,
good. 17. You find it, you're kind of looking around, and the second you, like, get up to try and walk away, your foot hits something and you trip and just fall on the fucking floor, and you see it's underneath the rug.
Thunk.
Oh, wow.
oh, thanks, Kovak.
And he lifts his head up a while, and just sort of gets himself up, and he's like, "No, I'm okay. This is little fall. I'm worried. I'm more worried, but yes, no, I'm okay."
Okay, good.
See, that's what I'm saying. You know, like that was some pretty good card. I'm just saying, you could have that.
I can't wait to upgrade this deck.
God,
Uh-oh.
I think.
What do you mean?
Kavak glances sidelong.
Yeah.
If you want, I can blow on the deck before you draw.
Does that work? I don't think that's gonna work.
I mean, sometimes it works with dice. I don't know.
Yeah,
about
it's like
cards.
dice. It'll work.
I don't know if that's how it works. But I mean, okay. I'll try once.
Okay, so one card.
Just the one, and Craggletooth can blow on it.
Craggletooth will blow on it.
Alright, so end, middle, or like front.
Kavak is going to reach into the middle.
Okay. I don't think we've gotten this one yet. Let me check. It is coin.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Oh, holy shit! Okay, that's a good one.
That's not bad at all. Jewelry or gemstones?
Ooh, jewelry.
Jewelry, okay. Well, either way, I'm just gonna put down here. 500. GP jewelry. Okay, yeah. You just get 500 gold worth of jewelry. Just sort of fills your pockets immediately.
What the fuck?
And he kind of just
Oh
like,
my god.
like looks at the card, and then he lets it dissipate or whatever it does, and then he sort of like digs into them. And he just pulls out like these miscellaneous pieces of jewelry. I'm not gonna say what they are yet, because I'm gonna decide later. But he's just gonna look at it and be like, "Okay, maybe blowing on that did help."
see, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know, I'm not-
heavily and just writing the book.
I'm
Fucking
not.
jewelry.
I'm not trying my luck. I'm not going to pull. I mean, this is not bad result. This is pretty good, I think.
I think it's really good too.
It's
I was just
pretty
gonna look
good.
over to Amaya with just like this deadpan expression. I think the cards just don't like us. I think they just favor the green folk.
Green is the best color.
Green is a good color, however,
It's the best color to be. Just
it is
saying.
unfair.
You know what? You know what? Fine. It couldn't have just been that one time.
No, Amaya, are you sure?
Look, what's the worst that can happen? I go into an X-dimensional plane again, and I feel like I'm gonna vomit again.
I get a minute of peace. She says under her
Okay.
breath.
Cass just looks to crackle too. They're gonna just like sigh, look to Amaya with a sort of expression of, "Are you sure?"
Just what can go wrong? Just let me roll.
You said
Roll?
that last. You said that last time, Amaya. They say as they like.
I know, but let me try again.
Okay.
These,
what do you call it?
These cards cannot fool me twice.
I sort of fuck if you get isolation. I'm gonna cry.
If I do, I will make sure that I rain hell upon this caravan till kingdom come. Okay?
Oh,
Amaya, that's not a good thing.
You're gonna have to catch me first.
That makes me want. That makes me want to like take the cards away from you less. That like even more now. I don't.
That's fine. I'm not gonna get isolation again. Don't worry.
holy god, that makes this.
Okay, so front, middle, or back?
Amaya's actually gonna be really picky about this. In the middle, between the middle and the right.
Okay, that's okay. Oh fuck. Oh fuck! Right, let me check this one real quick. I swear.
Let me
I'm gonna
tell me.
check real quick just to make sure it's not that one. It's not.
Tell me what the card and the symbol is, and I'll read it out.
2 diamond.
2 of diamond. Okay.
Oh.
This card supernaturally saps your energy. You have disadvantage on initiative rolls. This lasts until you finish a long rest.
Yeah, or remove curse spell.
Yeah.
Amaya physically ages.
Castlite, I'm pretty sure we had that card before, so Castlite looks to like their book, reads it, and then just goes, "I am so sorry."
No, that's fine.
Stifling some laughs.
It's not isolation.
Yeah.
That's
why I
not.
gotta draw more than one.
No, Craggletooth. Craggletooth. No.
Literally. The more you draw, the better your chances are for something great. Okay?
The better my chances are for something worse.
Well, you just got something pretty bad, so.
Okay, if I draw one more time, will you not mock me over it?
No.
Oh.
Holy fuck.
This is fun. I will say out of character, this is fun. Cassian is not having a good time right now, though.
I'll mock what you get, but I won't mock you over like drawing. You know, I have standards.
Middle, front, middle, or back?
Middle, between the middle and the left.
Okay. Right. K diamond.
K diamond. All right. Oh, this one I think is good. Oh yeah, this is pretty good. Day. You gain a +1 bonus to saving throws.
Oh. Oh, that's actually really good.
You gotta win. You gotta.
I gotta win.
Oh, didn't mean to do that. Don't worry about that.
Oh.
Oh,
So yeah,
there
we'll
it
keep that
goes.
in mind. You have a +1.
Save.
Buff Maya.
Buff Maya.
Buff Maya.
Buff Maya.
Just
So how I imagine this looks is that Amaya just like kind of just withers a little bit on the spot, and then she pulls that card, and then she starts to feel a little bit better. So she's like, "Oh, okay, never mind. I feel fine. This is not bad."
Oh, good.
That's what I'm saying. Listen.
I'm surprised nobody's gotten the
it's
student card yet.
It's the
Yeah. I'm surprised.
statistics. Think of the word.
Don't cast spells at me, Craggletooth. Don't say that again. Don't cast spells at me.
I can cast a lot of spells at you, Kovak, but one of them even goes I try to say the word statistics.
I know. No, but that's what scares me. It
What,
scares me.
statistics?
Oh.
Why does the word statistics scare you, Kovak?
Math.
I
Math?
failed that one.
Very bad.
Math isn't good. No.
I
That's
can
good,
do
that's
math. The type of math I can do is the more cards you pull, the better chances you have for something cool.
No,
okay, give me a number.
That's delusion. No.
Give me a number.
No.
Do 4.
I'm not doing 4, Crackletooth.
Aw. You see her kind of like pout a little bit.
They're
I'll
like,
do 4.
no, you will not do 4. I'll do. Okay, fuck it. I'll do 3. They just they're not happy with this.
You just caved in so easily like that, Cassian.
They didn't even try.
Look, they look to Craggletooth for a moment, and they just stare at her, and then they just look away. And
She
like,
is
never
the
mind.
picture of innocence. Picture of
Never mind.
innocence.
I'm not continuing that. I'm not continuing that.
I mean, you could. I'll
No.
also continue it. We can go like back and forth.
Maybe I'm doing it just to maybe try and prove you wrong.
I'd love to be proved wrong. Do it.
Uh-huh.
I'm not.
You're just goading me now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I'm also not wrong. So
You could be wrong.
I could be, but I'm not.
You're absolutely just goading me here right now. Like,
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%.
This is gonna go so wrong. This is gonna go wrong.
I don't think it is. I mean, you have a 1 in 3 chance of it not going wrong, and then a 2 or 3 chance of it going like pretty well, and then I don't. Yeah. It'll be fine. I'm sure.
Yeah, no.
And if it's not, then you have more chances for it to go right. So.
I've drawn the cards as well. Okay, right.
Okay. What's the first one?
A heart.
A of heart is... Oh, this one's pretty good. Destiny. This card protects you from an untimely demise. The first time after drawing this card that you would drop to 0 hit points from taking damage, you instead drop to 1 hit point.
You gotta roll in some difference.
Yeah!
Good for whatever's happening next. I think they look at the card, they sort of just like pause. They look around as if something's gonna like hit them from the back of their head or something. Okay, nothing bad happened there.
A rock falls and kills you, but it doesn't because of the destiny card.
Oh my god, me.
Okay, I think that one was fine. Gonna check the second one.
That's what I'm saying.
Q heart.
Q.
What the fuck is lock? What the?
Oh, lock. Roll a d6.
Oh, for.
Yeah, you get the one.
God damn it.
Yeah, you get 3 uses of knock.
Okay. Oh, didn't Craggletooth get that one before?
I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I think Cass would like just look to the book and just be like, oh,
See, that's a pretty good one too.
this last one's gonna be bad, right?
I mean, maybe.
This last
If it
one will
isn't, I'll be sad.
Huh?
Because I got 2 good ones and a bad one. If you got 3 good ones, then I'll be like annoyed, you know? Not fair.
2 spade.
2 of spades is justice. You momentarily gain the ability to balance the scales of fate. For the next 8 hours, whenever you or a creature within 60 feet of you is about to roll a d20 with advantage or disadvantage, you can use your reaction to prevent the roll from being affected by advantage or disadvantage.
What the fuck?
That's huge.
That's kind of
What
crazy.
Fuck. I think Cass is just gonna like visibly just not make eye contact with Crackletooth.
What happened?
Nothing.
You got a good one.
This is so funny, because visibly, nothing happened on any of these.
Visibly nothing at all happened, so like nothing bad has happened, and they're just gonna like put their head in their hand and just like,
Was it something good?
what?
Was it something good?
Was it
Well, I'm not
something
dead.
good?
Again.
That's good. But I don't think these things can kill you. So.
Well, we haven't gone through all of the cards yet, Crackletooth. There could be a death card in here.
Well, there could
For all
be.
that we know.
Well, yeah, but that's why we have to go through them in a safe environment where we're not gonna die.
Ugh.
You seem upset, Cassian.
Yeah, I'm upset.
Why?
'Cause these fucking cards just proved you right.
She like air punches in the air. Ah, knew So it was good.
They
Annoying, but
they do smile a wee bit.
I told you I'm right.
You're not always
I know
right,
gambling.
No. You.
What?
You gamble, Crackletooth. It's not always good.
But like the more cards you draw with this, like point being, I was right, okay, and I knew I was right. So
You need to put a ban on you using. I don't know if the scribe would want to get involved with that.
I mean, we could ask.
Okay, but what if something? Correct. Oh, fuck.
What?
Okay. What if something bad happens to him?
Well, he can sleep it off.
It's the scribe. He's been alive for like 20,000 something years.
Castle bangs his forehead off the table and just lays there.
Crackletooth will poke her head out.
Hmm.
We're all drawn from like Cassian's like magic deck and stuff. Do you want to come draw some cards?
Oh, no.
Either. I've been getting pretty good ones.
He will nod.
You're popping it. You don't
He
want
will nod again.
Free something.
It's the laughing and the no.
He will nod again.
He's so real for that. He's so real for that.
He pinches both of his fingers together and runs them over his lips as if to insinuate they are sealed.
Okay.
I love the scribe. They're so funny.
He does not want to pull some cards.
Okay,
Despite my efforts.
Uh-huh. What were your efforts, Crackletooth?
Bothering him. What? Well, not bothering, but like making sure that he for sure didn't want to, you know?
Uh-huh.
Why do you say it like that?
Like what?
Like that. You
huh? Like what? I know what you're talking
narrows her eye. Crackletooth narrows her eyes at Cassian. She knows this motherfucker understands sarcasm.
Cass is like trying their best not to. Let me say. Trying their best not to smirk. They do a semi-decent job at it. Corner of their lip like twitches a little bit.
Well, you know, Cassian. It was just the intonation of your last word that you just said to me that made me wonder. Like you just said it like that, you know?
Like what?
Like that.
Huh? Like what? Like this?
No, like that. She's obviously
like
leaning
that?
into it. Yeah, like that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, well, in that case, then maybe I can take those cards off your hands because I've been having this conversation for a while, and you know, maybe
as they're like as she's talking, they like actively just slowly like pop the cards back into like the box and just put it in their pocket.
Yeah, Kovac is shaking his head behind Craig. She goes, but Cassian can, but you know,
Amaya from behind's also making like an X motion with her arms.
You know, and there's a moment in which Crackletooth is about to continue goading, and then you see an idea pop into her head. Like you can see the light bulb go off.
Crackletooth.
No, it's nothing like stealing your cards or whatever. Although I have currently before. I'm telling you about it because I'm not gonna do it, Goth. But the idea, right? Have you ever seen like street performers? Like we could probably make a lot of money if we like had people pay like a couple of silver to like pull a deck card from the deck, and then it's like risk and reward, and like we sit there for like an hour or whatever, make bank, and then dip.
Okay, but
and Crackletooth, how do you propose that we go out and actually do this?
Oh, it's like sit on a corner in like a city or whatever, and be like, "Hey, do you wanna like, do you wanna bag? Maybe like we advertise it, like you can get free jewelry or whatever, and or like take a vacation with like your thing or whatever." What?
Crackletooth, I'm going to hold your hand when I tell you this. We're treasonists.
That's exactly what I was going to
Well, we
say.
wouldn't be doing it in a
We're
nice
on the
part of
run.
town.
No, Craggletooth, we're on the run. We're trying not to draw as we're trying to draw as little attention as possible. Worried about this will get out of hand, most likely.
It was an idea.
Yes.
It's not okay. It's not a terrible idea, but we're not actioning it.
Yeah.
No one appreciates my genius.
No, I do appreciate your genius.
You
I'm
don't
just
appreciate
also-
my genius.
I am aware that it is not good time. It just would not be good time. Okay.
We're already in. Look, listen, right? If we get out of the someday, maybe we can try it once. How does that sound?
You're saying that to pacify me, and I resent that.
No, I'm Craggletooth. I'm being genuine.
I thought you were
Dead
Caspian.
ass.
No, you. They fucking. They
She
just
cracked
pinched the
up.
bridge of their nose. Pinch the bridge of their nose. They're like hiding a smile.
When is this caravan gonna get original jokes?
Oh man.
No.
Well, they're overrated. And also,
Uh-huh.
you did kind of walk into that one, Caspian. I hate to break it to you.
An original joke would be fun. It looks at they look at like Craggletooth and Kovok pointedly.
I didn't think you making any original jokes. Maybe, you know,
Oh,
the
you
people
should-
who want original jokes could, like, you know, contribute to this cause, if it's a great cause.
Cass burst out laughing and takes them a moment to like gather themselves and they just go, "You should have fucking heard the joke that Mop said last night." We were
Oh,
in
is
the
that why you were
kitchen."
laughing?
Oh my fucking god, it was so fucking funny.
What did Mop say?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Dishes.
Dishes who?
Dish is a bad joke.
Amaya is so deadpan right now.
Cass is just giggling a little bit.
Kovac rolls and closes his eyes, but he's smiling.
Kovacs, or Craggletooth snorts.
That wasn't even the funniest bit, guys. It was the laugh that she fucking did directly after it. It was the laugh that got me.
No,
They're, like, laughing.
That's understandable. I think I could hear it. Yeah, no, it sounded wicked.
It was so funny. She
Hmm.
just exploded. She exploded into this laugh. It was so fucking funny.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Mm.
Okay. So, you all. I'm gonna go back to the story. You all will continue traveling down the river during this time, drawing cards, having fun, talking, discussing, doing whatever it is you would like. Eventually, you will reach a point where the mountains will take up too much space and the caravan cannot make it through. The only way to go through is to go across the river and move on your own. Is there anything you do before you leave the caravan?
Consider my options. Do I leave Waylon with the caravan? Do I bring him along?
Doggy.
Will the
Don't-
dog fit in the cave?
Yeah, that's
Probably.
the thing. He may or he may not.
Could be good though. For dog powers.
And dog powers.
Or you could like keep him on standby just to like watch out for the cave, maybe.
Yeah, we'll do that.
In case
Stand
somebody
by
comes
to-
down
Stand by.
after us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a literal guard dog.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Okay.
I
I just want Cass to like check over with everybody else, make sure that they're all ready to go, but like that could just be like said and done, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially after the cards.
Yep.
Mm.
In that
I want to
case.
make sure everybody's like
Oh.
ready to go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Amaya's gonna go say bye to Biscuits.
Oh, biscuits!
Biscuits will meow.
She's just going to give Biscuits all the hugs, all the pats, all the face scratches.
Mm-hmm. A little meow.
Bye. Goodbye, cat. Goodbye, kitty. And then she's gonna go back to. She's gonna go back to everyone else.
Just absolutely
Begrudgingly.
stone-faced. Absolutely
Yeah.
stone-faced.
She lets her guard down for the cats, and then never again.
So fucking funny.
Yippee!
Yer. Yer.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Yahoo!
I think Craggletooth is just ready to go, grabbing some snacks and sticking them in her pockets, obviously.
Absolutely.
Just in case.
Oh, we're in the mountains. Is there any? I guess I don't know if we actually got to do this at all in towns or anything, but we have coats, right? Winter coats or something the equivalent.
I imagine you can, yeah.
Okay.
You cut off.
I imagine you can.
Yippee!
Yeah.
Craggletooth
Yeah.
is bundling up then.
Mm-hmm. Each of you will get your own little bundled up piece of clothing, making sure you are ready. Mop will also bound out and just give a little, all right, here we go.
True.
The funniest part about that is that Dust, you just cut out halfway through that, and then all of the
Yeah.
spear is just
All
robotic.
And it was like static.
Funny.
It's so funny. Yeah.
And yeah, as you breach the exit and make your way further deeper into the Talons, that is where we will end the session for today.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun. Caravan bonding, chat.
Caravan bonding. I had a feeling it would be an RP
We love it.
session.
It was fun.
Let me go to Twitch and see if anybody's live.
I attack. What do I attack? Yes.
Yeah.
Attack.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
No.
I fire a scorching ray. What if I did that?
No.
I
That's
did.
fucking great.
I hit.
Unfortunate.
What?
I do it again because I get another one,
Alrighty.
and another one because there's 3 of them.
I
You're
can't believe this.
I win. 66 fire damage. Boom.
The fire damage